Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome back to the discussion. I pray everybody is doing well. My name is Amuna. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, like, subscribe, and share. And if you are not, you don't know, welcome back. I've been saying I wanted to do this for some time now, and so I have a little bit of time, and so I said, let me get into it. I think this is like the fourth or fifth episode of this particular series. If you guys are not into 90 Day, I feel you. You know what I mean? But there's so many things that sometimes on my downtime I could extract from watching it, in addition to entertainment, because I'm not even going to front. Some of these people, some are boring, and some of the people are off the chain. So shout out to those who watch 90 Days and see the value in it for whatever it is. In this particular case, I took an interest in this couple in the same way I was looking at the whole what's the name of the next show we were watching? Seeking Sister Wives, right? With the Dimitri couple. So this couple, this young woman is from Trinidad. Okay, she's 37 and she's from Trinidad. And this man, I forgot how old he was. He's in his late 30s, and he's from Kansas City. Now, both of them are observant Muslims, right? Let me know if it's too loud in the background, because you already know I'm outside again. But both of them are observant Muslims. But in addition to that, he was already married. There's some reports that say he was married at least twice. But he only said about it, he only talked about once on the show. And she doesn't have any children, and to my understanding, she wasn't married. So this is also looks into some of the discrepancies that we see on the internet and on real life about people's uh, expectations and what the man feels that he can get away with versus what the woman feels he can get away with. And I'm not going to front off the bat. Bilal is his name. I'm like, I don't know. There's something about Bilal that was rubbing me the wrong way, but I didn't want to be preemptive, so I watched all the episodes up until this point. And I'm like, based on what he's talking, how he talks, there's something that doesn't fully connect with me. Maybe my younger self would be like, oh, the person is put together. But, wisdom, as you get older, you're like, something ain't adding up. So let me know if you can hear the video that I'm about to play, and then we're going to listen to a little bit about the prank that he played on her, which is pretending for the 2 years that he didn't have money or that he wasn't of the status that he is, because he, quote, didn't want a woman to use him for his resources. So he didn't let her know where he lived, and he played a prank on her. But let me let it play a little bit to see if he definitely is someone that she needs to watch out for, or if she, needs to just leave him alone. Let me know your thoughts if you're even watching it. But I want to hear on my side if I can hear this video, and then I'll continue. Did this man just say? I'm trying to see if you guys can hear. Hold on one second. Did he just say when he looks at the house? Did this man just say? Wait a minute. On the show, he, Yeah. So when I'm playing it on my side, you guys can't hear it. But oh man, oh, the children are on the laptop. Let me go back for a second. So essentially, I'll just dictate until I can get it working. This man is in the car, and he picked her up from the airport, and he never told her where she would be living. And he got the keys for his childhood home that nobody has lived in for the last 15 years. And he leads her on the false impression that this is his home and this is where she will be staying. And if she wants to marry him, this is the life that she has to accept. Now, when she gets there, she's less than pleased. And then he gaslights her or manipulates her emotionally into feeling bad for not liking the state of the house. Now, for me, in her defense, if you knew that I was coming and you had all this time to prepare, why did you bring me to a dilapidated place? And basically, he's making a justification. Oh, he doesn't think it's dilapidated. He doesn't think it's janky. All of these things that shows you that this person wants to not only do things to you, but I want to dictate to you how you should feel. In certain potentially abusive relationships and abusive relationships, you do not have the right to your own feelings. Whatever is making the person uncomfortable about how you express yourself is often tailored. And so that's what he's doing. He's grooming her to a certain degree so that you cannot speak out. Even if I am doing something to quote unquote test you, the only response that you can give me is the one that I desire. To me, that it's a setup. Girl, you should run back to Trinidad. But oh, this thing, I don't know if it's gonna let me. All the time I come on here, I must be like, Amuna, how come you don't never? Because every apparatus is different. Ooh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I can play it from the cell phone. I can play it from the cell phone. And y'all can hear it from the cell phone. Hold on. Hold on. So you can at least hear a little bit of the audio. And then, okay, here we are. So far, so good. So far, so good. Now, instead of bringing her to the home where we're going to live at, I'm going to bring her to my childhood home. Like the houses? That's cute. Mhm. When I look at the house that I grew up in, I don't see necessarily the peeling paint. The reality is, people who live in this neighborhood like are great working class citizens, and some of the people that I actually grew up with to this day. So I was. So when he looks at the house, if you don't see the peeling paint, why you don't live there anymore? And if you respect it so much, why you didn't fix the peeling paint? So this is how people like to, and overuse of the word gaslight, but people like to play these type of games. Like they project their feelings on thoughts onto the situation, and then determine because they've justified. People I grew up with still live here. That doesn't mean the paint is not peeling. That doesn't mean the ceiling is not falling. It just means you have an emotional attachment to it, and you feel that you should be able to transfer that emotional attachment to her, and that she should be as grateful as you. And that's not seeing the person as an individual. That's looking at the person as a clone or a copy of what you think they should be. But let's continue. Like that. We are home. I wanted to bring Shy here for multiple different reasons. One, I'm going to play a joke on her. Play like this is mine and see what she thinks, see what she says. And two, to also see like, hey, like, if I did live here, will you still be with me? But seeing her reaction. So he's playing a joke and he feels he's entitled to do so. He's entitled to determine and test whether or not she's worthy to enjoy some of the spoils of his hard labor. But yes, there's no need to play a joke. If you've been with the person for 2 years, from what you're saying, and you're quote ready to marry her and you filed papers for her to come here, now is not the time to necessarily be playing the joke. You should have tested the person, um, or seen where their head was at way before this time. Why do it when they already got on a plane, when they already left their family, when there's no one else for them to depend on? Why do it now? So even before the joke, just some of the ways that this guy was moving, I was like, I don't know. He may be listening to some YouTube videos, and he's one of the high value mental thinkers. But let's continue. But seeing her reaction to the van, this might not go very well. Oh, damn.
A home from the 1900s must be an antique. It's called historic.
No. So why she low key was like a home from the 1900s, like we are from the 1900s, like she was doing the most, but she said it must be an antique. He picked her up in a beat up van. This whole, and I've seen a lot of Nigerian movies with this same concept. He may have got it from a Nigerian movie, I don't know. But there's a lot of Nigerian movies where the rich prince plays like he's a pauper to see if the girl really likes him, but he doesn't necessarily do it for 2 years. He sometimes does it like when he first meets her. So you can't meet her, show up with gooey Louis and gooey, and then bring her to this dilapidated place. It's like somebody who drives a Benz but lives in the projects. Like you're playing games, and then you don't expect the person to have a reaction or their own authentic reaction. I think she should go back home. But I said the same thing about the girl that married Mike. What's her name? Natalie. I thought she should have went back home, but she ain't listen.
Right. Hey. So this is obviously living room. This is where we watch TV at, stuff like that. Pray. Yeah, that's feeling. Yeah, I gotta get that done. It looks like it could collapse on us any moment. No.
Uncomfortable laugh. She's saying basically, if you can hear that, it's peeling. She's looking up at the ceiling. There looks like there's water damage in the roof, and he sounds like he's negligent. Yeah, I should have got that done. So he's not only just showing her that you can't prepare the place for me before I get here. You're showing that you're lackadaisical, you're nonchalant about things, and she should just be okay with that. But this is an indicator of how her life would be, right? So of course, if it's not something that she likes, then she should speak up. But no, she shouldn't speak up. She should be like, "It's okay."
This is the home, babe. This is home. This is not real. This place is dilapidated. This place is not the place I want to be at. Kitchen. It's where I make my famous recipes. Recipes to please.
Yo, what was funny is that I was watching another channel review, and they were like, "Where's the faucet?" And then I looked, why they didn't have a faucet in the kitchen? That was hilarious. So nobody lived at this house for 15 years. He doesn't even have a faucet. Hold on, the train is passing. In the kitchen. They put a little fake bush over it. That was funny though. Like this show has major jokes. Hold on, we're gonna let me play a little commercial while this train is passing, and then we will pick up from there. Yep. So welcome, welcome. I'm back. I just had to take a quick little commercial break. So yeah, he brings her to this childhood home because he wants to quote play a prank. I think he's been listening to YouTube, if you ask me. And he feels as though he's accomplished, he's high value, even though he's divorced. Some say twice, and now this woman who he's bringing in from another country, um, she should be basically grateful, what I mean, for what it is that he's bringing her into. I don't know. To me, he should have just been transparent and forthcoming. But what do I know? Let's continue. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Uh, make my famous recipes. Recipes to please. Okay, I got your point. And we have our bedroom. This is where the magic happens. In here. Okay. Yeah. I was hoping my new home to be spacious, modern, contemporary type of home. I'm getting the complete opposite to that. Back at home, I asked Bilal for a picture of his house. He said no. I asked him to see his vehicle. He said no, no. He's been so secretive. And I'm thinking, what else is he hiding from me?
So it was 2 years, 2 years that she's been asking him, that they've been talking, about more information. And so this is not a prank that he just now came up. He's been doing this. He's been planning for this because for 2 years he let her know nothing. Wouldn't you have gotten your answer then? Who's going to wait 2 years to find out if you have something? I think you would have already gotten your answer by that time. In addition to that being a number one red flag, and sometimes when we want something, because she's 37, she wants to get married, she wants to have children, sometimes we keep going past all of the warning signs and then cry when we get into it thinking that the person is going to change. If the person was running game on you for 2 years, and then did the grand finale when you got here, like you said, what else are they hiding? Secondly, he has two teenager children, and she wants to have children of her own. And it's clear that he doesn't necessarily want to start all over again. So for me, and this young lady, she seems like a nice young lady. This is, the second portion of why she should not proceed with this conversation, right? She should stop and think about what it is that she's doing. But I have a customer who just came up, so I'm going to come back more with this conversation. Thank everybody for tuning in. My name is Amuna. Like, subscribe, and share.